Welcome, my dear viewer, to Dr. Paul Kebicho, PhD, QBE official YouTube page. I have been called upon by many people who have always wanted to know how Quest Pinnacle operates. I want to make it clear to my viewers that Quest Pinnacle is a private company thereabouts, and what we do is that we are financial and business experts. We came together as a consortium to be able to help our Kenyan people invest their money. And I've given you on numerous occasions why one requires to invest his own money. So I'll not dwell so much on why we require to invest our money. I want us now to look at what is this Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. Quest Pinnacle Investment raise funds for what we call collective investment return prospects. So people have already come together. This company has been running for 1 year, 4 months. And this year, in the month of November, on 8th November, we'll be celebrating our 2 years anniversary. So we actually came up with what we call a number of shares that we floated that people can be able to come and buy their stake in this number of shares. So we floated 125,000 shares, which amounts to approximately 2 billion Kenya shillings. For you to become part and parcel of this investment company, basically this investment company, we said, ought to belong to those people who speak my mother tongue. We are not tribal. Everybody has an origin where he or she came from. And I therefore thought it was important for people who speak my language to come and invest their money in our company. And with 5,000 shillings as non-refundable fee. Why are we charging you 5,000 shillings? We have an office that lines, we have internet, we have certificates, we have what we call receipts, we have continuous communication, and they all resort to one thing. We in car and shillings, you have already become a member. Now, to become an investor with us, one share goes at 16,000 shillings. One share goes, Mr. Paul Mbea, one share goes at 16,000 shillings. The maximum number of shares any member can buy at any given time are 625 shares. That amounts to 10 million Kenya shillings. We do not allow people to go beyond 10 million Kenya shillings. Even corporates, we don't allow them to go beyond 10 million Kenya shillings. So once you buy, you can be able to buy a share or 2 shares or 3 shares, 4 shares or 5 shares, depending on your ability. So because one share is 60,000 shillings, and we all know it's common knowledge that for you to start earning any money in any given serious financial institution, you must have a lump sum amount of money. Many investment companies, they normally ask for 250,000 Kenya shillings for you to qualify to start earning what we call return on investment. So what we have done, we have given people a leeway to save this money for 3 years. The minimum period for investing this money at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited is 3 years. So you have accumulated, assuming you buy 1 share, if you buy 1 share, you have accumulated 576,000 Kenya shillings. Now, what we will do is that we'll be able to compute for you what will be the return on your investment, but you must appreciate the prorated period of time because you're not giving us that money in lump sum. I'll be coming to those who can afford to give us money in lump sum, who have already even done that as we speak. So what you do, though you have 576,000 shillings after the third year, you'll now be assured of getting what we call a return on your money every year. We'll be giving you a dividend every year. Bright men and women, they have taken 2, 3, 4, 5 shares. So you can be paying for 2 shares, 32,000, 48,000, and be paying 64,000 shillings per month. We have a cluster of people who even buy more than 5 shares every month. So for those people who can be able to give us money in lump sum, for instance, you're buying 2 shares, you give us 1,152,000 shillings which you could have paid for a period of 3 years, we are giving you a preferential return. Why are we giving you a preferential return as opposed to those people who buy monthly shares? It is because you have already been able to meet the investment threshold of earning a return on investment. And therefore, come the third year, your return on investment will be higher than those who pay monthly 16,000 shillings. So you see, the beauty is after 3 years, you may decide either to allow the principal to remain as it were. If you have been buying 1 share, 576,000 shillings, and from there you will be enjoying your dividends as long as your money is with us. We are promising our customers the minimum we will be able to give you at that point in time is 13.5%. That's the minimum we are promising you. It can even go higher, but we like giving a conservative figure. We are investing this money that we are buying shares at Quest Pinnacle. We are buying what we call various investment vehicles. Why are we putting this money in various investment vehicles? Because wheeling has depreciated so much. The rate of inflation is very high. Last month, it was at 9%. So if we were to pay you at 8%, you are not in business. And therefore, what we basically do is that we make sure that we invest this money beyond the boundaries of Kenya. We have formed partnerships and linkages with the greatest investment companies globally. And we have got a group of investors who trade on our behalf. So we invest money in terms of single stocks. We invest money in terms of currencies, commodities. We invest money in terms of, we have got so many investment vehicles that we normally use as we invest your money, so that we can ensure that you do not lose your money at any given time. So if you are interested in joining Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, the doors are open. People, our clients have not been able, our existing customers have not been able to exhaust all the shares that we floated. And therefore, we are giving you this chance so that you may invest money with us. And the beauty is, like now, I've just finished giving out these receipts. We have had some individuals who have given us more than 4 million shillings in this particular investment vehicle. And therefore, I can tell you we are managing not 20 million, not 30 million, not 40 million, not 50 million. We are managing a very huge amount of money. And I want to sincerely thank those people in the diaspora and people in Kenya who have confidence in us. There are those people who have never seen us physically, but they still give us their money. We appreciate you so much. We make sure that we deliver your receipts on time. We make sure that we give you a certificate with a company seal properly signed by the directors. And should you want to know at any given time where investment is, we are able to actually communicate and, of course, deliver the statement to you upon request. We are always open to our customers. We thank God for the confidence that people have shown on us. The other thing that I want to make sure that you realize is that unless you commit your money to a given project, money comes and goes. I have worked for 31 years. For those who know me, I started working way back in the year. I see with my 2 eyes naturally with no glass goggles is what I was able to invest. Those other monies that comes your way and you don't plan for it, it only gets used up and you don't enjoy it. Now, I'm not selling you a piece of land. We are not investing any money on land. Many Kenyans have been promised a lot in terms of land. We appreciate that land is a very, very important investment vehicle. But there are other things that you need to appreciate. That in life, the language of communication is what we call cash flow. You require money on your hands. You require near cash. So I thank God that there's some people who have been calling me and thanking me that I made them able to save money, to invest their money. So let's invest money. And remember, when we collect those monies, we have now a higher voice. We have a bargaining power. We have a bargaining muscle. So when I take this money to our investment partners, I am able to negotiate. And for those people who know me, you know I'm a man of means. I don't just take an answer for an answer. So I'm able to explain to them. I'm able to form what we call good economic partnerships that our members will benefit. So put your money aside. The question is, don't you get bothered that you are aging and maybe you have not been able to build a solid financial base upon which you rely on when you stop working money together? And I want once again to sincerely thank those members who started this journey with us, who have been so faithful and loyal in terms of limiting their monthly contributions. I also want to salute those people who have given us more than 5 million shillings to invest on their behalf. That is no mean achievement. We salute you and we promise to give you what we call unparalleled services. In case you want to join us, just text me, just an email on my personal email, which is paulkebicho@gmail.com. paulkebicho@gmail.com or pinnacleinvestment@gmail.com. Quest Pinnacle Investment at gmail.com. Or alternatively, you can drop me a text on my phone number 0722 633 021. 0722 633 021. I want to thank those people who are in Houston, Texas. Thank you so much. Those people who are actually in Lebanon, I salute you. In Saudi Arabia, I salute you. Those people in Dubai, Kina Mr. David, I salute you. Those people, Kina Mr. Peter Ngaga, in of substance and women of substance. I promise not to let you down. We have invested your money. Even right now, I've just written a check to where we invest. And I am telling you, the future is so bright for those who invest. That today, tomorrow will still come and live in the same status that you were in yesterday, but will be one day older. So please make sure that you do something that adds value towards your old age. Old age, what happens? The level of energy declines. The financial demands go up. And the only way to cushion yourself is to start now putting some money aside for your tomorrow. May God bless you. Always a pleasure talking to you. I'm so proud to be the chairman and the founder of Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. Unless there is a question that you want me to answer, I think I want to bring my show to a conclusion. Please, you can drop me on my wall. I can see Mr. Paul Mumbea. It's a must want to save 16 per month. Yes, you have to. That is the minimum acceptable in this investment company. That is the minimum, Bwana Paul. That is the minimum that you can invest here at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. That is the minimum. That's the bare minimum that we accept. So you can buy 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares, 4 shares, 5 shares, depending on your ability. Any questions? Maybe you can drop on my wall. Please do that. I'm waiting to see whether you can drop me a text on my wall before I call it a day. I'm waiting. Any question? I can see that I've got a few members watching me. I don't know where you are watching me from, but I appreciate should you have a question that you want. And I thank God that those people who belong to us, those who have a lot of confidence in us, you know how much you have given us, we salute you. But please remember, you are a product of your own decisions. Mushiri, Gashiri, when is the investment book coming? I can tell you for sure the books are coming out. Please make sure that you book a book. You know, the challenge I have seen with Kenyans is that not many of us people like reading. I have a problem with many of us people. Please, if you want to become a serious person in life, read and read. You can even see in my office, and I'm without prejudice, you can see the kind of books that I have. All those books, they're not meant to decorate the office. No, I've kept those books so that anytime when I'm done with what I'm doing, I can read a few books and get to understand a few things pertaining to what others perceive life to be. It's always important. I think with that now, you might allow me to stop it at that. Thank you very much, Mr. Mushiri Gashiri. I'll be letting you know when that book will be, once it is out, of course, I'll make it public. Thank you, Mr. Mushiri. At that point, may God bless you. Always a pleasure talking to you. Please reach me on 0722 633 021. And on behalf of my other, you are.